Can this tiny camera save my channel? All 3 channels? I don't know, but I'm desperate. I haven't posted a video in almost 3 weeks, I think, on any channel. I haven't even tried to create anything in that time span. Why? Well, I recently had a loved one fall ill. Ill's probably not the right term. They had a health crisis. To be more specific, it's my mom. Now, while the situation is no longer life-threatening, it's certainly life-altering. For the past 12 days, I've been in and out of the hospital, and more recently, a subacute rehab facility. It's been a pretty traumatic experience for everyone involved, most of all, my mom. Consequently, I haven't had the time, energy, or mental focus to work on anything. I've spent the little downtime I've had either recouping with some television or my favorite, YouTube. And what do I do when I can't create? I look at gear. So I'm browsing various camera reviews, nothing new, but then I came across this video from a small creator named Julio Espinoza. The subject? The DJI OSMO NANO. Now, I had already watched many videos on the Nano, and most of them covered specs, features, quality, and so on and so forth. Nothing that made me even think about pulling the trigger on one. But Julio's video focused on another aspect of the camera that I hadn't really considered. I believe the way he described it was friction removing.
This thing, no tripod, no unwanted attention, no giant setup. I just enjoyed the moments. Seriously, the only way that I can explain it is that it's a friction remover. You pick it up and you stick it somewhere and you hit record, and you do that as often as you want. Less stress, less thinking, and more filming.
I thought to myself, damn, is there actually a camera that could remove so much friction that I would find a way to create while all of this life turmoil is going on? It gave me hope. Now, before I continue, let me address the title. Nano saved the world? Was that clickbait? Well, to be honest, I created the Shadow Wreckardz Channels to do just that. Single-handedly? No, of course not. I'm not delusional. But I see myself and my channels as part of a larger independent media movement that can and hopefully will save the world. Hey, if you're not having dreams of grandeur, why dream at all? So let's see if this little camera can help me with that mission. Now, as is pretty common these days, I'm on my way to a medical facility to visit my mom. I've got about an hour and 20 minutes to get there, and I have a couple of errands to run. I want to finish filming all of the content for this video before I get there. I don't think any other camera would make that possible. Will this one? This is crowded as hell in here. Oh yeah, this is the stuff. Let's get one more. Let's get one more. All right, we're stocked up. This place is crowded today. Even getting out of here is tough. All right, let's make a break for it. It'll be interesting to see if this footage is any good, because my jacket's kind of hanging down very close to the camera. I'm not sure if it's occasionally covering the lens. I don't know, we'll see. Wow, people are just running right the fuck over you. You gotta be careful out here at Costco on a Sunday. So just popped it off the chest, and now I'm holding it handheld. We'll see how this looks. But so far, I mean, that was the least self-conscious I've ever felt filming in a public place. Honestly, I had it on my chest on this necklace here. Comes with the standard package, the Nano standard combo. And I had it magnetized to this. And just when I wanted to film, I would just unzip it, kind of, you know? What will the footage look like? It's just some B-roll footage, we'll see. I mean, but yeah, so far, this is definitely less conspicuous than any other camera I've used. You feel like you can get away with filming in close proximity to people, and I'm not trying to, you know, invade people's privacy, but you're in a public space. People do film, everybody's got a camera phone. But, you know, you don't want people noticing that you're filming. It's uncomfortable for them, it's uncomfortable for you. And they're not really gonna show up in the video in any meaningful way, so, you know, it is what it is. So right now the battery levels are 67% for the LCD and 57% for the camera. Not bad, but I'm realizing I should have brought a power bank. But I want to be clear here, this is not a video about the Nano itself, to be honest. I mean, yes, I'm talking about it. I'm hoping that it can help my channel. If people are inspired to buy one, that's great, but I'm not running through the features and this and that and the other thing. There's so many good videos that do that, and I'm not a camera channel. I just wanted to thank Julio Espinoza for making that video. It's inspired me to try to keep going and at least help the channels maintain a pulse while we're going through this tumultuous time. You know, whenever life is beating me up and I have a moment of levity, I always think of that line from Airplane.
Looks like I picked the wrong week to quit sniffing glue.
Well, I don't sniff glue, but I do enjoy a nice cocktail. And right now, I am low on supplies. You know, when you're pressed for time, you cannot beat the High West barrel-finished cocktail, and I prefer the Manhattan. And you gotta have the Luxardo cherries, but I think I have some at home. Since this video is really about my 3 independent media channels, I should probably talk a little bit about world news and politics, and I'm not gonna get into any details, but if I had more time, I would definitely cover the Joe Kent Tucker Carlson interview. I mean, that was such an eye-opening interview. It's not like I didn't know a lot of the stuff that came up in that interview, but to hear it from someone with the credibility of Joe Kent was powerful. Now, if you've been led to believe otherwise, I would suggest you at least just watch it. I don't care how you feel about Tucker. I don't care how you feel about Joe Kent. You got to see it with your own eyes. Judge for yourself if you think this guy is a patriot. I think he's a beast of a patriot. 5 tours in Iraq, wife died in a conflict in Syria. I mean, he's given a ton for this country. Very sincere, very serious, and I think very credible. Could he be wrong? Sure, anybody could be wrong, but this guy's intentions are good. You could disagree with whether or not he should do this publicly, I suppose, but I've heard him give reasons for that, and I at least understand them. All right, I'm about 5 minutes away. Now you may be wondering, if the situation is no longer life-threatening, why do I have to be there so often? Well, to be honest, the hospital sucked. I mean, the doctors were okay, the techs were okay, but the nurses were terrible. Now, I don't want to give them all a bad rep. There were a couple of really nice ones. We had about 8 in total, roughly, and 2 of them were fantastic. Just really kind people. But any organization can field a team with a couple of service-oriented individuals. But to field a team where everyone is service-oriented, that takes quality management. And I think that's what was missing from the hospital. They were condescending. They acted like they were doing you a favor when they came to help. They took forever to answer the calls. Not a good experience. So I had to be there to make sure my mom was getting the care that I thought she deserved for the exorbitant amount of money they charge. Granted, insurance covers a lot of it, but it's all coming out of our pockets in some way. You know, they spend a lot of time managing the body, but they pay no attention to the spirit. And once your spirit gives up, you're done. A couple of quick final thoughts on this camera. Favorite feature or characteristic? It's a no-brainer. Size and weight. It felt like the suction cup mount would hold indefinitely. I've never trusted a suction cup mount with any other camera, especially while driving. Same thing with the magnet. It's not the strength of the magnet that's impressive, it's the weight of the camera. Even the weak magnetic field of this cylindrical fence post was enough to hold the camera securely in calm conditions. My least favorite characteristic? Its low light capability. I experienced what they referred to as micro jitters even in moderate light. Can I fix this with a settings change? Perhaps, and I'll do some research. The super night mode was also a disappointment. The quality is low, as you will see in the outro. I had to convert it to black and white just to make it look decent. The verdict? The pros outweigh the cons, and I see myself using this camera frequently. Now let's go save the world. After a cocktail. It is time. Let's make it a stiff one. Luxardo. And come on. Live a little. Yeah, two's enough. Cheers. I was thinking about lighting a fire, but it's actually too warm. It is beautiful out. I don't know if this little camera is going to save my channels, much less the world, but I can confirm what Julio said in his video. It does remove friction. It was kind of a joy to use today, and it helped me create my first video in several weeks. So for that, I'm glad I bought it. I'm hoping it'll help me keep a pulse on these channels until I can get back to a more consistent level of productivity. And I think I'll wrap it up there. You've been watching the Shadow Wreckardz vlog. If you enjoyed the content, please like, comment, subscribe, share the channel. I will do my best to release more frequent content. Friction is no longer an excuse. See you soon.